Hello and welcome to week 6 of the never-ending Everybody Loses podcast.
Yeah, week 6. That would also imply that it is episode 6,
That's
which
right.
it is.
Which is obviously the greatest of all episodes of things, right? Not episode 5.
I'm part of that school of thought, so.
Oh, you like episode 6, Return of the Podcast?
Yeah, I don't like episode 5, the
Podcast Strikes
Back. Yeah.
Ooh,
all right.
Starting off strong.
All right.
Matt, it seems the whole town has turned into a Christmas wonderland.
Yeah, it's also still like 55 degrees out, so.
Yeah, it's pretty balmy, I gotta say. It's pretty sweaty out still for
Oh, yeah.
You get. I think that this time of year is dumb because, well, for many reasons, but mostly because people kind of like how in the spring people overreact to like how hot it is. People overreact to how cold it is. So you see people wearing like huge freaking jackets already.
Yeah.
And it's like all right, relax. It's like 50 degrees. Like that's like a cool summer night at some point. It's like why do people overreact so much?
Yeah, I know. I think it's funny how like Christmas time is like, known as like, the snowy wintry time, and maybe it used to be like that here, but global warming has
That's right.
has done wonders.
It's
and,
basically summer here year round.
I think it was like almost 60 degrees on Christmas last year.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. So like I don't know.
I know it's kind of backwards.
What were you just talking about before I started talking? Oh yeah, no, it reminds me of that. Also reminds me of like people who live in California.
Yeah.
Because people who live in California tremendously overreact to cold weather.
Oh yeah.
Like I see people like Californians in like 70-degree weather wearing like
jeans and jackets.
And jacket. Yeah.
I know.
Because that's like cold to them.
Yeah. When I was in California last, it was maybe. Yeah, it was like 70 degrees, and I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Cause it's like this is hot to me.
Yeah.
And people were wearing sweatshirts, and I was like, they're like, this is cold to you? Damn! Like,
I know.
That you like.
I would hate to see what they do when it if it turns 40 degrees or something. Like
I know,
that.
like those guys up in frickin' the north, far New England.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, when it's 65, they might as well be melting. Like,
yeah.
They're freaking badasses up there. You know what's not a wonderland?
What's that? Trump Tower.
Trump Tower.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I guess it's a wonderland for kind of interesting people, but not most people. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm looking at an article right now, Matt. It's pretty interesting. You want to hear about it?
Sure.
So apparently, C-SPAN. Now, for those of us who don't know what C-SPAN is, C-SPAN. I think it's some kind of like thing you put on bread, like toast.
C-SPAN. Yeah. It's like that packaged meat, right?
Yeah, it's like packaged meat, but it's kind of chopped up and you spread it. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's also apparently a television network or show where they play.
They advertise the product C-SPAN.
C-SPAN.
Yeah.
I mean C-SPAN. Sorry.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have set up a live feed of the Trump Tower lobby. Because they can, and they're like, hey, we're C-SPAN. No one's watching these congressional budget meeting things because that shit sounds dumb. So we're going to capture all the weird people walking in the Trump Tower. And I thought that it would be interesting because we are podcast journalists. We're gonna make that a thing. Unfortunately.
We're actually broadcasting from the Trump Tower lobby right now.
That's right. We're hiding behind the camera because we don't want our identities to be given, even though our names are in one of the descriptions. Don't look it up. You don't have to. It's okay. But we thought it'd be funny to try and go through some of these names. And I'm looking at the article. I don't think Matt is.
No.
I'm gonna see if Matt can guess any of the interesting characters walking in and out of the Trump lobby just on any given day. Just to see.
Do you actually have a list? Like,
I have a list of sorts.
yeah, okay. Um, I'm wondering if they. Well, first of all, also I doubt we would see Trump very much in this footage because
No.
he can just leave through the roof, like onto the helicopter.
Yeah, why would he? He doesn't walk the
Anytime he wants
streets.
to.
I doubt he will ever
He
walk
walks
on
the
the streets
streets.
ever again.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be fair, if I was Donald Trump, I wouldn't want to walk on the streets because like that's for
No,
peasants basically.
you know what he considers everybody who isn't him.
Exactly.
But my first thought would be like he wouldn't be walking in, but like a couple of like Trump's henchmen dragging Ted Cruz in, like against his will.
That's interesting. That's actually on this list. I'm seeing it now. They said that he was beaten pretty badly, but they said that they like taped his eyes open and his mouth in a smile, so he looked like he smiled. They got pretty good high quality cameras on this lens here, but apparently, yeah, he was going to meet with Donald.
Right.
Who knows why? Maybe he had been drinking and he kind of fell and needed to get helped out. I mean, what do you think? I mean, think that's possible? Do you think Ted Cruz drinks?
No.
I mean, he definitely drinks like something because he is a
sweet tea.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sweet tea.
Yeah.
That's. Oh yeah. Do you think he's sitting in a rocking chair on his front porch with like a shotgun drinking?
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, just like with a crazy smile.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't imagine a drunk Ted Cruz.
No, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, even more terrifying than a sober Ted Cruz.
Although, I mean, I don't know if I would bet that when he gets drunk, he just lets loose and he's full on weirdo, as if he wasn't already maybe he turns into a normal guy. I don't know. I don't know if it's all a show. It's hard to tell with politicians like how much of it is a show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. His own daughter is afraid of him.
Yeah, I don't think Ted Cruz is a show at all.
You think I think straight on, straight down the middle on his character? I could see. Yeah. Okay. I don't like how they've made hashtag MAGA a thing, like Make America Great Again. I don't like how that's a thing.
I don't like it either.
Not because of the political message, just because I think it sounds dumb. Like it almost sounds like manga, which is also dumb. Who else do you think? Who else do we think is coming up to Trump Tower?
Oh, what's his name? That crazy basketball player, the one who met with Kim Jong Un.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman.
Oh, he's dead. Okay. Yeah, it said he was trying to make the NBA great again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like Trump tries to like one of his like the hallmarks of his presidency is like he tries to
appoint as many celebrities.
No, like rekindle ties with North Korea. Oh yeah. Not like rekindle because we've never had ties
just
with
kindle.
North Korea. But yeah, kind of like how what Obama did with Cuba, and like Trump would appoint Dennis Rodman as like his personal liaison to
the ambassador
to Supreme Leader Kim Jong Un.
That's right. Maybe he's misunderstood. Maybe I hear he's people are saying that he's a big fan of the Everybody Loses podcast, so we gotta keep on the up and up.
Yeah, I mean, we accept all kinds here.
That's true. We do not discriminate, and much like Kim Jong Un, we do like to, on occasion, stretch the truth just a tad.
Yeah.
We haven't landed on the sun anytime recently, like he has, or like he sent someone to the sun. But
right. I forgot about that. He also doesn't pee or poop.
No. Why would he?
I don't. Yeah.
There's no waste. I love the land on the sun thing because I think the best part of that was they said that they left at night so that it wasn't as hot on the sun. That was a thing. That was a thing. That's what they said. They said they left at night.
All right, we're gonna go while the sun's off.
Yeah. No, guys, believe me.
Yeah.
The sun is off at night. How bad is that the people? I don't know what's worse, like if people actually believed it in North Korea, or if they were that afraid to disagree with it that they were like, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think hopefully the second one.
Yeah, hopefully the latter.
But I don't know. I feel like education could be such a clusterfuck in North Korea that they could believe that the sun goes off at night.
They just some douche Kim Jong's like, nighty night, son.
Also, that you could that in the span of one night you could lift off and reach the sun.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Good point. You'd have to literally be moving at the speed of
light. All right, it's sundown. We've got 8 hours to get to the sun and walk on it.
Seems like enough. Yeah, and walk on it. Oh man, that is rough. One of the people on this list is the Naked Cowboys. Okay, so there's more than one.
Is that really on the list?
That is on the list. That's a real thing. And Kellyanne, whatever, the person.
Kellyanne Conway.
Kellyanne Conway, the woman leading his one of the
Crusade, yeah.
Yeah, crusade is the right, is I guess the right word. Yeah, she's just chilling with the naked cowboys. I guess that makes sense. She's wearing, like as American an outfit as them, so keeping it all America 100%.
Is being naked an American outfit?
Well, they're not completely naked,
right? But
they're wearing robes. It's formal wear for Trump Tower.
I don't know much about the naked cowboys.
I think I saw one once, and it wasn't even in New York though. It was just a guy. Thankfully, his guitar was covering.
So it wasn't one of the naked cowboys.
No,
it was just literally a naked cowboy.
It was just a naked cowboy. Thankfully, the guitar covering everything.
Did your parents ever tell you, like, during this time of year, if you went to like not a Halloween, like if you went to a Christmas parade and saw Santa, did they tell you that it was like it wasn't the real
Santa?
It wasn't the real Santa, but he worked for Santa Claus. Did they tell you that?
I think they told me at first that it was like one of his boys, basically, like, oh yeah, no, he's just friends, or he works for Santa, but he like impersonates him.
Yeah, like they said that to me too. Like, not like that. They just said, that's not the real Santa Claus, but he works for Santa. I'm like, okay, that wasn't the real naked cowboy that you saw, but he's an employee of the naked cowboys.
I will say this: I remember when I was a kid when I found out the Tooth Fairy didn't exist. Spoilers, if there's any little kids watching, sorry.
Yeah. Why are you watching this?
Yeah, please leave and find an adult.
Go play Grand Theft Auto like a normal kid.
Like a normal kid, yeah. Go steal your dad's Playboys, even though no one has magazines anymore. I remember when I found out the Tooth Fairy didn't exist.
Also, just as a side note, the more recent Playboys aren't even nude anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So what the hell?
Go ahead and steal your dad's Playboys.
Yeah,
I'm sure they have very thoughtful articles in them.
Yeah, I remember when I found out the Tooth Fairy didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, I was pretty devastated. But I was like, well, Santa obviously exists. I don't know why however, I think I was 18 when I found that out. Why I didn't connect the dots as to why, one would exist but one wouldn't. But I remember...
I still believe Santa exists.
Oh. Well, he does, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I remember watching fucking episode of Friends. I think that was when I found out, like Chandler or one of the other dumbasses on that dumb show, hate was like, well, Santa doesn't exist, and then I think my mom looked at me and she was like, no, that's not true. So yeah, freaking Friends. That was kind of like the time the first time I realized that like wrestling was fake, because that's when I liked it like the first time. I was like, I think I talked about this before, but I was like, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would he be mad? He owns the company. And then someone was like, because it's not real. I was like, no, that's insane. There's a bunch of just old dudes going in. Dan Quayle? Is that a person?
Yeah, he was a failed presidential candidate, I think. Or like, was he?
Why is he?
Was he supposed to be Al Gore's running mate or something like that? Something. He was somehow involved with running for president or vice president, but failed.
Oh, hold on! No, this is a great.
Or maybe he was a vice president.
This is a great line. I'm reading someone's tweet. One of the guys, Scott Brown. He said, "You know how when reporters are quoting people, they add things in parentheses to kind of say like this isn't exactly what they said."
Yeah.
But isn't that how it works? When you're not quoting someone exactly, you're supposed to add them in brackets or in quote.
Yeah, something. Or usually that's done like okay, say someone is interviewing like Trump and asking him about oh, you've been to the White House, how's that? And he goes, it's very beautiful. They would quote it as like in brackets, the White House is very beautiful, so like the readers know like what he's talking about.
It's like it's basically
to give context to whatever
Well, this is pretty funny because Scott Brown, I guess they're asking him because he's going to be Veteran Affairs Secretary. That's VA, right? Veteran Affairs.
Yes.
Well, I did it out so it sounds smart.
Okay.
He said, I'm not competing with anybody. I think I'm the best person, in parentheses, to be VA secretary. So that means, like he said, I think I'm the best person.
Or it's...
Which makes him very qualified.
Yeah, I think I'm the best person ever. But to clarify, Dan Quayle was George H.W. Bush's vice president.
Herbert Walker. Old school. Wolf Blitzer showed up. I guess it was a full moon. sick wolf joke. It's interesting. I'm interested to see, throughout the 4 years, I hope they keep the camera up because I want to see the shenanigans. Of the people walking in and out of there. I hope to one day see some world leaders walking up through Trump Tower.
Did you see that it's like that Trump was like considering living in Trump Tower still?
Like he's just like, nah, I'm just gonna.
That would be the most
like
here. Whether you agree with Trump or not, it would be like the most like super villain-esque type thing ever.
He would literally have a tower.
You gotta go talk to the emperor up in his tower. Like
it sounds, like the kind of fiction fan of me makes me think that sounds badass.
Yeah.
If he wants to be, kind of an all-powerful president, like that does sound pretty badass. I can't imagine it'd be fun for all the Secret Service guys because we got to defend 100 stories or whatever.
Yeah. Again, it reminds me of Back to the Future, of Biff and his
Biff World or whatever.
Yeah,
he's at the top.
Yeah,
he's got the same hair.
They
got very similar hair. Not to make even to say it's like overdone Donald Trump's dumb hair joke, but this fits. So the wig fits.
I would say I don't know if we've said this before, but you know how like the presidency like really fucks with the president's hair.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what it does.
I can't even imagine what it's gonna look like. I'll probably just dye it because it's probably already like a rat's nest. So it's like
it probably already is dyed. So yeah,
that's what I mean. I would bet. I mean, he is like 70, right? So
yeah, oldest president ever elected, I believe. Yeah,
elected because Reagan was older during his term, but I think he's old. They're all old.
Mm-hmm.
All politicians are old. Bernie's old. Hillary's old. We need like a millennial in the office, even though I don't think any millennial is technically old enough. Yeah. Well, some people consider millennials like early 30s, which I think is a bit of a stretch.
Well, I don't know. Let's wait 10 years and then we'll talk about putting a millennial in the White House.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe it'll be one of us.
Maybe.
Again, not legal, but hey, if this podcast thing really takes off, change the law.
We'll use it to propel our our agendas and our personal agendas without regard to any of you people.
That's right.
And,
obviously,
bring ourselves success and use our monetary and otherwise influential power to shape the world the way we want it.
Monetary and otherwise influential power. That's great. So stay put.
We could be the next Koch brothers, except we're not brothers. We'd just be
and we don't have any money.
And I mean, well, that's where the podcast comes in.
Oh, good point. Yeah. So stay put. You got to wait those 4 years and get on the Renteria Bank's ticket. And our slogan, of course, is
everybody loses.
I was going to say you can bank on it, but I like that better.
Okay, yeah.